Hello everyone and welcome to Pick a Stack Wednesday. This is Barbara and today we have 3 dragons that are joining us. We have an amethyst dragon, a shungite dragon, and this is Agatha. She's all agates. So they wanted to join us, and the whole purpose of Pick a Stack Wednesday is for you to think of an issue, an idea, or a question that you have in your life, and then pick one of the 3 stacks. So if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and stop the video and come up with your issue, idea, or question, and then you can start the video back up, and I will timestamp each stack, and I'll put those timestamps in the description below the video so you can just forward to the stack that you chose, or you can listen to the whole video, and sometimes that's very helpful. Last week, I personally chose stack number 1, and then I realized that all 3 stacks helped me in just different issues that I'm dealing with, or different questions. So one of the things I want you to think about as you're choosing your stack is what's making you choose your stack. Are you using your intuition, or is it because, wow, I really like this crystal, or this dragon is pointing at this one? I want you to think about what it is that's making you choose your stack, okay? Because if you really like this dragon, and he's the one that's telling you to pick this stack, you know, he's the reason, but you should thank him. But also, if you're using your intuition that it should be stack number 3, yay you, because you're using your right brain. So I just want you to, I want to put that out there that, you know, you might want to think about why you're choosing the stack that you do. All right. So having said that, today we have these 3 stacks, and we are going to start with number 1. Stack number 1 has this amazing Icelandic Spar. This is what the Vikings used back in the day as their compass. So Icelandic Spar, or Viking stone, is a calcite crystal, and it's believed to be the Vikings' mineral of choice for their fabled sunstones. It is remarkable for its double refraction properties. This stone has polarizing attributes and can amplify and cleanse energy from the environment. It may help restore your motivation and accelerate your growth and development, including raising your consciousness and awakening your psychic abilities. It may also provide insight and clarity to the causes of negative emotional states and resistance to change. It may be useful for past life healing sessions. It is a powerful detoxifier and may help dissolve pain and lower blood pressure, and may harmonize the body's ability to assimilate calcium. All of the calcite stones are good for anything that has to do with calcium in your body. So that can be teeth, it can be nails, it can be bones. So having one of these, I wouldn't carry this in your pocket because this is a very large one, but meditating with this, placing it on your body while you're meditating would be very helpful. So this is Icelandic Spar. And we'll set that right there next to the amethyst dragon, because stack number 1 has an amethyst dragon today. So we have 3 different cards from 3 different decks. The first card is from the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and it is the 5 of Pentacles. I'll show you that right there. So the 5 of Pentacles, Pentacles are very earthy. They are the material world. And this is a very interesting image because you've got these 2 people in the foreground. This person obviously has some issue with their leg or foot. They look very destitute compared to the beautiful window that's in the background. So, you know, they might be walking past a church or some kind of building that has more abundance than they do. It's cold. So they're basically out in the cold and they're looking, I mean, this one is anyway, this one's got their head down, but this one's looking there almost like, wow, look what they have. And maybe this is a sign that whatever idea, issue, or question you have, instead of looking what they have, let's look at what we have. Wherever they're going, you know, I don't know if they're homeless or if they're going home or what they're doing. We don't know what they're doing, right? We just know that they're out in the cold. Maybe they have everything they need, but they don't notice it because they're looking back here at all the abundance that this building has. So in other words, the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. So whatever you have going on in your life, you need to pay attention to that and not what your neighbors have. Okay? If your neighbors get a new car, yay them. That doesn't mean we need to have a new car. Also, it tends to mean that whoever is over here has more debt. In our society, we are very much motivated to be consumers, or we're programmed to be consumers, I should say, and that causes debt. So just being appreciative of what we have here, even if we are out in the cold, we're still alive, we have each other, we have clothes. For us, we have what we need. So let's be grateful and appreciate it, and don't worry about what the neighbors have. Okay? Now, having said that, you can definitely put it out there that, you know, you want to manifest something better for yourself and your family. Absolutely. Okay, the second card is from the Druid Craft Tarot. And it's the Ace of Wands. And I love this card. Look at how beautiful and happy this card is. You've got that sun. The sun brings in all the joy and the energy. So this card talks about be grateful and appreciative of what we have. And this card says new beginnings. They're on their way. The Ace of Wands, the wands are fire, and fire is passion. It's motivation. It's those positive driving energies. And that is definitely shown here with the sun. You've also got like this chasm here. So we've got this elk, and there's this chasm, and there's these beautiful trees and everything over here. And it's almost like the elk is looking up and saying, okay, how do I get from here to there? Well, a lot of times the best way to get from here to there is just to step forward. I was talking with someone yesterday, and we're always so afraid of taking that first step, whether it's quitting our current job and finding a new job, or getting out of a relationship that no longer serves either one of us. We're always afraid of that first step because it's an unknown. It's like this chasm. But you know what? Look at all the abundance on the other side. And sometimes when you get to the other side, you blossom. And sometimes, let's say you're in a relationship or a job, when you leave that relationship or job, the other people blossom as well. We can unconsciously hold somebody else back. We're not even aware of it, but they get comfortable with us, and so they don't want to move forward because they're comfortable, just like we're comfortable. So taking that leap of faith can not only help us, but it can help somebody else. So you've got appreciate where you're at, stop worrying about the neighbors, and take that leap of faith. Because like your Garden of Eden is over here. Look at all those beautiful trees, and the sun's shining. And you got a magic wand, whatever that means to you. So the third card is from the Lightworker Oracle deck. And I was just talking about the Garden of Eden on the other side, and look at this beautiful picture. Talk about a Garden of Eden. It looks like heaven. Beautiful flowers. You got these gates. You've got these flowering trees. You've got this being of light. So this is card number 28. 28 adds up to 1. So 2 plus 8 equals 10. Take the 0 off. This is a 1 card. 1 is all about new beginnings. So it is an affirmation of this new beginnings Ace of Wands card. So this card from the deck is Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. Raphael is the healer. And I'm actually going to read from the book, card number 28. So let's put that back up there. Part of your divine purpose is to develop the power of your mind and use it for healing purposes. If you change your mind, you can change your world. I'm going to say that again. If you can change your mind, you can change your world. Guidance and healing inspiration can come to you daily, helping improve your own life and the lives of others. Healing and opening the mind to new realities and possibilities are the gifts of Ascended Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. Now there's an invocation that goes with this, or a prayer. I call upon the healing grace of Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael, who love me unconditionally. May my own mind now gain rest, clearing, and refreshment. May I be assisted through unconditional love for mental healing and the development of my mind in service to my spiritual life purpose. Please help me let go mentally to allow for positive healing changes to happen. I ask for the grace I need to access all helpful knowledge, understanding, and wisdom necessary for me to fulfill my mission. That's just beautiful. So we've got the Viking compass to help you find your way. We have gratitude and appreciating what we have, not worrying about what somebody else has. This can be very true about a spiritual path. A lot of times people come to me and they say, well, this person over here has all these psychic abilities. Why don't I? Because that's a different person. You are who you are, and they are who they are, and I am who I am. And we're all different. We're just disguised as humans. And, you know, in that aspect, we're all the same. But inside, we have different abilities, different superpowers. We've got the Ace of Wands, which is all about new beginnings and being motivated and fired up and passionate and taking that leap across that chasm into our Garden of Eden. And then here's our Garden of Eden. And Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael can help lead the way. Beautiful reading. So if you chose stack number 1, yay you. If you chose stack number 2, we have Fulgurite. This is also called lightning sand. This particular lightning sand comes from the Sahara Desert. Okay. So, metaphysically, Fulgurite may enhance communication on the physical plane and strengthen the connection with other worlds. It can be used to alleviate distractions, to provide for intensified concentration, and to enhance clairaudient abilities. Clairaudient, that's the ability to hear, like hear spirits. Use it in conjunction with your divining rods, cloudbusters, or crystal grids to increase their power. This is very tied to nature because it has lightning energy. Physically, Fulgurite may aid you in healing issues with your ears, nose, throat, intestines, colon, alimentary canal, and esophagus. And it's really cool because, you know, it's not tumbled. I think it would fall apart if you tumbled it. But it's basically lightning struck the sand and it fused the sand into this stone. Very cool. So stack number 2 basically has the power of lightning in it. And stack number 2 is being overseen by our fabulous Shungite dragon. Excuse me, it's dry in here. So your first card is from the Radiant Rider-Waite tarot deck. And it is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. Pentacles are very earthy. Pentacles are the material world, the physical world, the 3D world. So when you look at this king, he's got all this physical stuff around him. You can see his castle in the background. He's got stuff, okay? Beautiful throne. He's got his crown. He's got his scepter. He's got this amazing grape-covered cloak. He's got his pentacle. He's got everything, baby. The king is the one that oversees everything. He's not the doer. He's the one that oversees. The queen is like the stage manager of a play. She's the one that makes sure everything gets done. She coordinates, but he's the one that just oversees it all. He can also be a figurehead. It can be a parent figure or an authority figure in your life. So whatever your issue, idea, or question is, your first card has to do with some kind of authority figure. Now, this could be you as well. Maybe you are the authority figure. But this king, look at, he's got his foot up on a, well, it's a footstool, but it kind of looks like a dragon. He's got like Taurus here. He's got a lion, a bull. The grapes are all about abundance. So what I get from this in stack number 2 with the lightning and the Shungite dragon is you've got everything that you need to do what it is you need to do. Or there's somebody in your life that has everything that you need to fulfill your mission. This is not a caution or a beware. I don't feel that. I feel like either you or somebody close to you has everything that is needed to fulfill a mission. Okay? Grapes are all about abundance. I mean, there's so much abundance in this. It's just amazing. He had to fight his way to get to be king too. Because if you look at his foot, he's got armor on there. So he used to be a knight. And the knights, they're the ones that, they have the missions. So it's like he fought his way to be king. He didn't inherit it. He fought his way to be king. So there's, whether it's you or somebody else, you weren't always king. There was a mission, and this kingdom was won through hard work. Okay. The second card is from the Druid Craft Tarot. Oh, look at this. It's the 6 of Wands. Now look at the picture. What was I just talking about? Here's somebody who is on a horse. And this is not the Knight of Wands. Okay? So this is not supposedly a knight. And if you look, there's people following him. It's almost like he's another king. Definitely an authority figure because he has people following him, whether they are serving him or helping him in some way. So, you know, my question to you is, are you the authority figure? Because you've got this one and now you've got this one. And you've got lightning. Either you are the authority figure or you're going to be the authority figure. And this isn't just some horse. This is, you look at that horse. That horse has been through training. That's a serious horse. This horse is, I mean, look at the feathers. Everything's like combed down, clean. The horse is almost not prancing, but walking deliberately. The horse is very fancy. This is, again, that authority figure, and he's holding a bird, probably a falcon. So, also, he's coming out he's coming out of chaos or out of the shrubbery. Oh my gosh, I just thought of Monty Python. So he's coming out of the shrubbery into a clearing. In other words, coming out of chaos into light. He's coming forward into the light and into order. Just because of everything about this, the way he's dressed, the way the horse is walking, it's all about coming into the light with order, with meaning, with a specific mission. Okay? It's interesting how the lightning stone had to be on this pile. Oh my. So your third card is from the Lightworker's Oracle, and it's Master Healing. 33. 33 is a master number. And look at this picture. Master Healing, you're not just healing yourself, you're healing everything, the whole universe. Because when you change your thought process, your mind, you do change the universe. So we just had that in stack number 1. When you change your mind, your thought processes, you change your world. So the light is from within. We can read about it, but the light we carry inside ourselves. And we can just send it everywhere. So I'm going to read a little bit from the book on card number 33. Excuse me. So card 33, as you meditate, remain true to what inspires your heart and commit to your spiritual path. You will become an increasingly powerful healer. And by the way, anybody can be a healer. Anybody and everybody. That includes cats, dogs, horses, children, everyone. You are here to live your own life, to be true to what genuinely moves you. The unconditionally loving guide and ascended master, Serapis Bey, comes to you now with a blessing of master healing to further your success on your path. The invocation or prayer for this card is, I call upon loving master Serapis Bey and his master healing through the clear flame of truth and grace. I ask to know in the perfect time and the perfect way, according to divine wisdom, the truth in all matters of importance to me and my divine life journey now, including, and then you can put in there anything that you wish to have clarity on. I ask to be lovingly shown my true nature, my deepest desires, and my most inspired dreams. Please help me know myself so that I know how best to live my divine destiny. May all beings on the path of self-knowledge be assisted and supported with unconditional love. Through my own free will and divine grace, so be it. How beautiful is that? So if you chose stack number 2, I'm going to call this the Holy Cow stack, because holy cow, very, very powerful. Plus you have the lightning and the Shungite dragon. So there's a lot going on there. Just know that you're coming into your own, and please don't be afraid of that, because everything in your life has prepared you for the now, and it's prepared you for tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So you've got this. Thank you. If you chose stack number 3, normally I have 1 crystal on a stack, but today we have 2. Excuse me. So these are Moqui marbles or shaman stones. And the reason there's two is because a lot of times people buy two for a male-female pair, or one of the things that can be done is this. This can be very satisfying. It's very grounding. And, you know, it just feels good. A lot of times you might have seen those meditation balls, and they have like a chime inside them. This is kind of the same thing, only this is all natural. It's from the earth. So you can meditate with these in your hand like this. Or when I do healings, a lot of times I place these on a certain part of a person's body, usually at their feet, because they're very grounding. So shaman stones or Moqui marbles are essentially ironstone, which is iron wrapped around sandstone. And they're usually found at the base of Navajo sandstone formations. They're also called thunderballs. They have been used for centuries by the shamanic tribes of the continents and can be used to align the energy centers, relieve energy blockages, stimulate chi, can be used to ground and center, and to provide protection. When used by shaman, they are powerful allies to have for personal path workings and for healing, and can be used for contacting and interacting with animal spirit guides, or used in rituals to contact extraterrestrials, for visioning, and for out-of-body journeys. Grinding two Moqui marbles together promotes receptivity to frequencies. And it just feels good. They come in different sizes. These are naturally formed. I have some that are quite large, and they're not round. They're more flattened. It's when you choose them, it's whatever works for you, whatever resonates with you. So this is actually my personal pair. I do sell these in the shop. And you would, when you see them, you'll see the different sizes and the different shapes. I have seen them cut in half. And if anybody ever wanted to know what the inside looks like, it looks like a malted milk ball. It really does. So that's the Moqui marbles. And if you chose stack number 3, let's start your reading. The first card is from the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. And it is the King of Wands. Interesting, because we had a king in stack number 2. Now we have a king in stack number 3. So this king is, he's different than, you know, each suit is a little bit different. This king is the king of fire. Wands are fire. And if you look at what he's wearing, he's got red and orange and yellow. This is all very fiery colors. He doesn't have any blue on him, which would be cooling. He's got his wand or staff here, and he's looking out this way. He's not looking at us. He's overseeing his kingdom. Or one of the things my guides just said is he is avoiding looking at something. Now there's a little salamander over here. Salamander is actually for the elementals. That is the elemental of fire. But the king's not looking over here. He's looking over there. So, you know, my question to you is, are you supposed to be looking over here? And you're looking in the opposite direction? Are you avoiding what you're supposed to be looking at? Because if this were me and I had a little creature down here, I'd be looking over here. So the king represents some kind of authority figure, whether it's you or somebody close to you. It doesn't have to be male. But whoever this is, why aren't you looking where you're supposed to be looking? Why are you looking over here? That's, you know, it's funny. You can draw a card, and for every situation, it's different. And I've never thought of this card this way. This is my guides talking, that this is a king. He's in a high position. He is an authority figure. He is the king of fire, but he's not looking over here, which is where he should be looking in this case. Okay? So there's something going on that you're avoiding, dealing with, looking at, or maybe it's somebody close to you. Maybe this is you. And you want the king to give you some attention. Okay? The second card is from the Druid Craft Tarot deck, and it is the Four of Wands. Beautiful card. Again, you've got the King of Wands and the Four of Wands. More fire. So in this deck, you've got a fire in the middle, and it's surrounded by these four poles or wands. And this is a celebration. This is like, I'm trying to, okay. They're saying it's not the preparation of a celebration. It's maybe a celebration that already happened. Because there's no people there. Like everybody's gone. They're all up here partying. You know, there's a kegger or something going on over there. So they all went that way. But 4 is a good foundation. It is a celebration. There's not just 4 wands here. There's also 4 boulders. It's grounding, but there's fire. There's passion. There's emotions there. So what I see with these 2 cards is the king's looking in a direction that he's not supposed to be looking at. He's avoiding something. And now there's no people here. That's really interesting. Where's the people? So either you have a celebration coming up or you just had one and this is the remains. But whatever that celebration is, it's got a good foundation. It's very sturdy. So, you know, if it was a wedding, this is a good card for a wedding or a child being born or a new job or something. But this is a really good card for that because it's stable. It's sturdy. It's got a good foundation. These aren't just sticks in the ground. This is meant to last. And the fire brings in the connection with the elements. It is very interesting, though, that there's no people in there. Excuse me. Okay, so your third card is from the Lightworker Oracle deck. And it is card number 44. 44 is a master number. In stack number 2, we had card number 33. Now we have 44. This is the 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. Okay, I'm going to read from the book about card number 44. Excuse me. Okay, so there's the card. When the gift of the 7th ray enters your life, something new is being formed. Something that will benefit your world. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing purposes. Resonating with high-frequency violet light and Archangel Zadkiel, the 7th ray also helps transmute energy from lower to high frequency. It is a spiritual cleansing agent that allows the truth of spiritual freedom, empowerment, and choice to be seen and felt, restoring hope and joy to the heart. And the card has an invocation or prayer, which is, I now accept of my own free will the blessing and grace of the 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony, and the assistance of the unconditionally loving masters on this ray, the violet flame of Saint Germain and Archangel Zadkiel. I open to the magic of creativity, divine genius, and the ability to translate spiritual concepts into real-world experiences for the greatest good. May I discover and use my innate power for conscious and loving ritual and ceremony to enrich and invite spiritual presence into the world. May all beings feel safe and consciously held in a loving divine order according to the great plan of love. Through my own free will, so be it. So, having gone through this card, now I feel like these other two cards make a little more sense. It's almost like you've been on this path, you've gotten to the authority figure, you are top in your field, so to speak, but you need to look to another position, relationship, something in your life that's going to help you grow. And I'm thinking of one person in particular who was in my shop yesterday, and we had this very conversation about how, you know what, you've worked at a job for so many years, you've learned everything you can learn. It's time to move on now because you need to grow as a person. You're here, and you're looking over here not to avoid the little salamander, and I'm talking about this one person in particular, but you're looking over here because that's where your growth is. You know, I've been here, done that. That little salamander, he's gonna be fine without me. I'm gonna go that way. Maybe I'm not gonna be the king where I end up. Maybe I'm gonna start over, but I'm gonna have a really good foundation. So very interesting. For the rest of you, maybe it's the same type of thing, and this can be applied to a relationship, a job, your home, something. You've reached the point where you're the top of your field, wherever you're at, in whatever issue this is. But let's get out there and start new. And everything that you've done up till today has helped build the foundation for where you're going. So get your fire lighted. Get your Moqui marbles out. This is all about your journey. Put it out there to the universe that, okay, I'm ready. Bring me that perfect job for me now. Bring me that perfect home. Bring me that perfect relationship. Whatever it is you're seeking, you're ready. So you don't even need to look because the universe is going to bring it to you once you ask for it. Okay? So that is stack number 3. Thank you for joining me today, everyone. I hope this brought you some kind of clarity or helped you in some way. Thank you for watching my video, liking it, sharing it, and helping it grow. I'm really excited to do Pick a Stack Wednesdays, and I feel very blessed to have you join me. So thank you, everyone. I love you. Have a blessed day.